All right, what's going on, big dogs? So today I have quite the kicker for you. I was scrolling along on the X, on the Twitter space, whatever you want to fucking call it nowadays. I still call it Twitter. Fucking bite me. Whatever. And I happened to come across one of the funniest fucking videos I've seen in a long time. This stuff goes right up there with the ladies who are complaining about the size of airplane seats, because Detroit-based rapper Dank DeMoss, who is over 400 pounds, is now suing Lyft, the other Uber, basically. If you don't know what Lyft is, it's just Uber, but different name, over the fact that a driver pulled up to her place and then denied her a ride because of how absolutely large this lady is. So I found this clip from Fox News that has been circling all over Twitter for the, last couple days, basically, since this lawsuit has kind of picked up steam. And it is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I don't think this lady's going to get a dime out of this, but I'm going to go ahead and play this about a minute long clip here, and then we'll kind of break it down at the end here. So I'll give my thoughts and opinions afterwards.
Landing tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money and flip it and make some food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
All right, so she called this Lyft for one specific reason. She was going to watch the Detroit Lions playing a game earlier this month. She was going to go watch Detroit, and wow. Okay, first and foremost, when she talks about how the guy was immediately giving her looks, like, no shit, this guy looks like he pulled up in a Toyota Prius. I don't know if you guys know what a Toyota Prius is, but it is not a large car. It is not a big vehicle. That thing can't fit me in there. I'm 6'5", 220, okay? I can't fit in a Prius. This lady is 400 fucking pounds. There is no way in hell that she's fitting in a Prius. Even if that was like a Ford Focus or like a smaller sedan size car like that, there is no way in hell she's squeezing her way in there. And if she is, this driver's going to have to get out of the car and help her fat ass out of it. There is no way in hell. As much as she says that I can fit in that car, I can fit in that car, no, you can't. All right, quit lying to yourself, quit lying to other people. This lady has to buy 2 plane tickets for sure. I mean, look at some of these pictures I have of her, man. She looks like, her legs look like a busted can of biscuits, bro. She is not fitting in that car no matter what she says. And then when she's doing this interview with Fox, and she goes, and the real kicker was when he talked about his tires. Like, come on, okay. Are his tires gonna burst open with a 400-pound lady in there? Probably not. I don't think that's going to actually happen, but it's a funny line. It made me giggle that he would bring that up. Like, he really did not want to give this lady a ride. And he's like, nah, you're going to break my fucking tires, lady. She's not going to break your tires. At least as somebody who knows somewhat about vehicles, I think your tires are going to be fine. But you're going to be squatting pretty low. All right, your car is going to be squatting down pretty low, especially in something that small. Like I said, it was easily a Prius or like a Ford Focus, something like that. Your car is going to be squatting. What I really want to talk about now is just the overall lawsuit and her attitude towards the whole thing. So in the interview, as you saw, she talks about how she's a tough girl. She's bad. She's a rapper from Detroit, right? She is supposed to be this badass girl who doesn't take no shit from nobody. That's how she raps. I've listened to a couple of her songs just in preparation for this video. She likes to talk shit. She likes to act tough. Okay, you can't be tough, okay, when everybody and anybody can run away from you. I can see a toddler crawling faster away than this bitch can run after me, okay? She is, again, 400 pounds. That is not healthy. I don't care what anybody says. If you are that large, if you are as large as this lady, like the Uber driver or the Lyft driver said, you should have to order a bigger vehicle. You should have to pay more. These are life choices that you decided to make, not anyone else. So quit trying to like push all the blame onto Lyft. Okay. My personal opinion here is if Lyft ends up having to pay any amount of money, that's bullshit. That is one of the stupidest lawsuits I would ever have heard, because then what is going to happen, inevitably happen, is if she gets away with this, all of a sudden we're going to start seeing airlines and like Ubers, normal taxis, anything like that, where if they say, no, if you're so large that you're taking up 2 fucking seats on an airplane that you need to buy 2 tickets, now those airlines are going to start getting sued. It's just a never ending cycle of these ridiculously obese people raking in cash, basically. Like if I was a super obese person and this lawsuit went through and she got all her money, I would just start buying plane tickets until they told me that, okay, we're just gonna let you buy 1. Because a lot of airlines now are making these people buy 2, because you are taking up 2 seats. You are taking up an entire Uber or an entire Lyft. That is not good on the vehicle. If you're strapping 400 pounds into the back of, again, a Ford Focus, some tiny little car like that, it's not good for it, right? It's not. Like, yeah, it's a car, it'll handle it, but it's still not great for it. 400 pounds is a lot for those little vehicles. So yes, the guy is correct. She should have to get like a Lyft XL or an Uber XL, a bigger car that has more room for her. Yes, it's more money, but if you're so bad, like she says she is, she's bad and tough and, you know, she don't take no shit. Like, first of all, you wouldn't be suing a Lyft driver over your weight. Second of all, you would just ball out and get the bigger car. Okay, fuck this guy. If he's going to make fun of my weight, I'm just going to get somebody else and pay them to give me a lift. Whatever. You know, this lady ordered a lift, not a forklift. That's all I'm saying. Like, I just am genuinely getting so sick and tired of seeing headlines like this. I see so many nowadays where you see these plus size women, whether it be on Instagram, TikTok. It's always plus size women. I very rarely ever see plus size men complaining about this stuff, because I think just as a whole, I think men aren't going to complain as much. I'm not saying this never happens, so please don't put words in my mouth. It does happen. I do see men complaining. But I'm saying that if I saw 100 videos of fat people complaining about plane seats, lifts, Ubers, whatever it may be that they can't fit in because they're 400 fucking pounds, 90% of the time it's a woman. 10% of the time it's a dude. Okay? But I think for the most part, men just aren't confrontational like that. They're not going to make a big deal out of it. They're not going to waste their time on it. I think men are a little bit better at claiming responsibility for their weight. I see a lot more weight transformations of men than I do of women. I'm probably going to get canceled as fuck for saying that, but whatever. That's just what I see. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. That's just what I see. If you want to prove me wrong, comment down below. I don't care. But then we get to the part here at the end of the video where the lawyers start talking, and the lawyers start talking about how, well, it'd be the same if like a Christian or a black person. No. It would not be the same. That would be racism. That would be hating on someone based off their beliefs, right? Being prejudiced, that type of stuff. That is actually illegal and actually a crime. If you personally consume so many calories a day, consume so much food in a day that you are now almost unable to get around on your own. If you consume so much food and don't exercise and end up looking like this lady, that's on you, okay? The difference is when it comes to race, when it comes to ethnicity, your religion, that type of stuff. Religion, sure, you can choose that. You can kind of flip-flop between religions. But for the most part, the reason that we have laws in place that you can't be prejudiced, that you can't be racist, right? You can't discriminate against those people is because those are characteristics that people are unable to control. If you're 400 pounds, I don't care if you have a glandular problem. I don't care if you have a thyroid issue. If you are 400 pounds, that is on you. Okay? I know people with thyroid issues that are petite as shit. I know people with glandular issues that are petite as can be. It is all based on your actions. If you want to be skinny, if you want to be thin, it is actually one of the easiest fucking things in the world to do. Don't put so much shit in your mouth. It's really that simple. Go on a walk once a day. Go hit the gym. Lift some weights. It is some of the most basic, like, I can't, I've said this before in other videos. It is one of the easiest things in the world to do to stay thin. Just don't eat like shit and go work out once a day. All right. You don't even have to work out once a day every day. It could be 3 times a week. I know people who work out 1 time a week. They go on a long run 1 time a week, and that's enough for them. But then they watch what they eat the rest of the week. But basically, she's suing Lyft now. I guess I'll have to make an update video on if this actually goes through, if she wins or doesn't. Like I said, if it does go through, airlines are fucked because a lot of airlines have started, like I said, charging for 2 seats if you are a plus size individual, which they should. Again, this isn't something that is out of your control. This is something that you control. She could lose the weight if she wanted to. She just doesn't want to. She wants to play victim here. She wants to try and make a boatload of money. That's all the lawyers see too. Like, I guarantee you these lawyers are not that stupid. They know for a fact that this lady is doing this to herself, right? She's putting herself in an early grave by eating the way she eats and looking the way she looks. She is. I don't care what anybody says. It ain't good. But anyways, guys, that is what I got for you today. If you did enjoy, remember, please like, comment, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. I know I didn't upload last week really at all. My internet went out. They had to get a technician out here. It was a whole fucking mess, but we are back. We are coming in strong in 2025, so expect another video either Saturday or Sunday. I have one coming out on the whole Selena Gomez crying situation, so that'll be out again Saturday or Sunday. But thank you guys for sticking around till the end of the video. Thank you guys for your time, and until the next video, guys, Godspeed.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me.